Good morning, students. In last video lecture we have completed up to exercise 7.2. Today we are going to see next theorem. Next theorem is in exercise 7.3 we have to study two theorem. First theorem is S and second one is RHS theorem. So SSS theorem is side. So whenever two given triangle will be there, then their side must be proportional to each other. Yani the side of one triangle will be proportional to another triangle. Suppose we are taking triangle ABC and triangle PQR. Suppose AB is equals to 3 centimeter, 4 centimeter, 5 centimeter, 3 centimeter, 4 centimeter and 5 centimeter. So when we will see triangle ABC and triangle PQR, here AB equals to PQ and AC equals to PR and BC equals to QR. So here the triangle will be congruent by triangle ABC will be congruent to triangle PQR. Here we have taken all the three sides. By how we are comparing here? Here we are comparing by taking the side length of the each and every triangle. So here we are taking all three sides. That's why this theorem is known as triple S, that is side. Now in RHS there must be one 90-degree angle, and R for right angle, S for hypotenuse and S for side. So when we will use RHS theorem, in that case in between two triangles there will be similarity of 190 degree. Suppose ABC. So here we have mentioned angle B equals to 90. Similarly, triangle PQR, here Q is equals to 90 degree. So one angle will be 90 degree and hypotenuse will be equals and one side will be equal. In the case of RHS, 190 degree will be 190 degree angle will be there, one side will be equal and one hypotenuse will be equal. Now we will move to example. See the given example. Example number 8. What is example number 8? P is a point equidistance. P is a point equidistance from two line L and M. At a point, see figure 7.3, so that the line AP bisect angle between them. In example number 8, first see the figure. This is a line L and this is a line M, and a point P is there which is equidistant from line L and M. P, suppose take A, B, C. Now P is a point equidistant from the so that the AP, this line bisect angle between them. Means we have to prove that PAB equals to PAC. What we have to prove? here we have to prove this angle A1 equals to A2. To prove A1 equals to A2. Now, since see here, what we will do? We will draw perpendicular to each other. So, in proof, you take in triangle PAB and triangle PAC. What we have? PA common, and angles BE equals to angle C, each 90 degree, and PB equals to PC. It is given. So by RHS theorem, because here is 190 degree, so whenever it is 90 degree, you understood that in that question we can apply RHS theorem. So by RHS congruency theorem, triangle PBA congruent to triangle PCA by CPCT. PAB equals to PAC. That we have to prove. We have already proved. Now we will move on. Exercise 7.3. See the exercise 7.3. Question number first. ABC and DBC are two isosceles triangles. What? ABC and DBC are two isosceles triangles on the same base BC. And vertex A and D are on the same side of BC. If AD extends to itself to BC at point P, so that, see the given figure. A, B, C, P, D. Now, what we have to prove? First, you write it. To prove, what we have to prove first is triangle ABD congruent to triangle ACD. Second, triangle ABP congruent to triangle ACP. Third, AP bisect angle A as well as angle D. Fourth, AP is perpendicular bisector of BC. Now, to prove that ABD and ACD is congruent, so consider triangle ABD and ACD. What we have in proof in triangle ABD and triangle ADC, we have what we have. Since ABC is isosceles triangle, so AB will be equals to AC. So mention AC equals to AB equals to AC. AB equals to AC given, and since triangle DBC is an also isosceles triangle, so this will be equals to this. So BD equals to DC given. Yeah, you can write triangle DBC is isosceles triangle. Now AD is common, so AD common. So which theorem comes here? Here all the three are side. So by SS congruency theorem, triangle ABD congruent to triangle ADC. So first part we have proved. Now we have to see ABP and ACP. ABP and ACP. So we have to prove triangle ABP and AC are equal. So what we can see that here by CPCT what we can write, angle A1, this is A1, this is A2. So by CPCT angle A1 equals to A2. Consider this is point number 1. Angle A1 equals to A2. That we have proved here, that AP bisect angle A. Now we have to prove that the second part, that triangle ABP is congruent to triangle ACP. So for that you see triangle ABP and ACP. Now in triangle ABP and triangle ACP we have what we have, triangle ABP and ACP. AB equals to AC given, AP equals to AP common. Now what BAP? Angle BAP, that is A1 equals to A2. Angle A1 equals to A2 from 1. So by SAS congruency theorem, triangle ABP congruent to triangle ACP. What triangle ABP congruent to triangle ACP, that we have proved. Now second thing, now triangle ABD congruent to triangle ADC. So now what we have to prove that, now what we can see that here, we have proved that APB equals to ACP congruent to triangle ACP. By CPCT what we can get, BP equals to PC. So it divides into two equal parts. But what we have to prove, that the AP is a perpendicular bisector, means we have to prove this angle is equals to 90 degree. So how we will prove? See, now BP equals to CP, means what we will have, BPA means this angle will be equals to angle CPA. This angle, when we have proved that this triangle is congruent to this triangle, so this angle will be equals to this angle. So what we will have, angle BPA equals to angle CPA, and angle BPA, this angle plus angle CPPA, these are both angles. Angle BPA will be equals to angle CPA. Angle BPA plus angle CPA will be 180 degree linear pair. So twice angle BPA will be 180. So angle BPA equals to 90 degree. See, angle BPA and angle CPA both will be equal, and sum of this angle will be 180. Yes. So angle BPA is equals to 190 degree. So what we have proved that since BP equals to PC, hence AP is the perpendicular bisector. What? Perpendicular bisector of angle of BC. What? Since BP equals to PC, hence AP is the perpendicular bisector of BC. So we have proved we have solved the question number 1. Now we will move on question number 2. What is question number 2? See. AD is an altitude of an isosceles triangle ABC in which AB equals to AC. What? ABC is an isosceles triangle. ABC is an isosceles triangle where AB equals to AC and AD is an altitude. This is 90 degree. What we have to prove? Prove AD bisects BC, and second, AD bisects angle A. What we have to prove? We have to prove that AD bisects BC, this is B, and AD bisects angle A. So prove. So what we have to prove? BD equals to DC. First part we have to prove BD equals to CD, and second part you consider A1 and A2. What we have to prove? That angle A1 equals to A2. Now consider triangle ABD. Consider triangle ABD and ADC. In triangle ABD and triangle ADC we have. What we have? See, in triangle ABD and ADC, what we have? AB equals to AC side and AD equals to AD common, and angle D each 90 degree. Each 90 degree. So by RHS congruency, triangle ABD congruent to triangle ADC. Triangle ABD congruent to triangle ADC by CPCT, BD equals to DC and angle A1 equals to A2. We have proved part 1 and part 2. Means angle A1 is BAD. So when angle A1 equals to A2 means angle A is divided into two equal parts. Means AD bisects angle A. Now moving on question number 3. See question number 3. What is question number 3? See, two sides of a triangle, and median AM of a triangle ABC are equals to the PQ and QR, and median C. Two triangle has been given. A, B, C, P, Q, R, and median M, N. What is given? AB and BC. What? AB and BC. AB and BC are equals to PQ and QR. So this is equals to this, and AM of this equals to this. Of triangle Q, what we have to prove? First we have to prove that first is triangle ABM congruent to triangle PQN. And second part is triangle ABC congruent. Second is triangle ABC congruent to triangle PQR. Now see, what we have in this question.